Hey. Hello, good evening. Good evening, Tony. How are you? On my side, everything good. Everything good. We did good progress yesterday. I had the chance to fix few things right now, and just to check again that the system is working as expected, and it seems that it's working okay. We have some things to fix, but nothing too serious. Well, they are connected to how combat is at the moment. I mean, combat at the moment is not in a very good state, basically because we never fully converted it. So I mean, it's working. You can attack a monster and he takes damage and things like that. But wait a second, I'm still setting up a few things. I'm still setting up a few things. Okay. Yeah, I'm here. Hello. Hi. So I was saying that. Let me see if my face looks okay. Wow. Looks also. Hmm. Closing the eyes is so. You close the eye a bit too much. One. Let me try to recalibrate it a bit. So. The eyes are not perfect. They're kind of they're a bit weird. Why? Okay, now they are a bit better. If I look there. Okay. It's like doing makeup, you know? It's like when girls do makeup before going out. Maybe this is my makeup thing. I need to be sure. I need to be sure that my face looks fine. But anyway, looks good enough because I think there is always a bit. Let me try if we want to do the other settings for one time. Okay, we will do the other setting which is animated. Okay, and you will tell me if is animated. Animated. The problem of animated is it looked to me that it was going, yeah, very angry very quickly. Wait. You see how evil it becomes. Look at that. Look at that gaze. Look at that gaze. I mean, it's like, I don't know why, because basically the eyebrows are like going down very quickly. When I look at the side, the eyebrows are becoming like it is super angry. I don't know why. It becomes like super angry. Look at that. Look at that. No, I think unfortunately we cannot use. I mean, it is a system that should allow to have a better. I mean, kind of a smoother face. You know, like smoother animations. But at the end, I think we will stay with the funny face. Actually, I can disable a few things. Like I can disable the movement of the eyebrows So there is some stuff you can disable to avoid a character getting a bit weird. But I think sometimes it looks a bit weird. Okay, I think we will live with that. We will live with that anyway. It's small on the bottom, and I think when it's small on the bottom, maybe it's not that evident if he makes mistakes or if it looks a bit weird. No. I arrived a bit late because I was chatting with a bot. I was chatting with a bot on Tinder. You know Tinder, the app, the dating app, or anyway the friendship making app. So I'm not a big fan of those apps, but let's say I have it installed, and sometimes I just randomly swipe people and see what happens. And another thing that I kind of interested is to find fake profiles or bots, and you have no idea how many bots actually are on Tinder these days. So bots are basically fake profiles. It's different than fake profiles, because fake profiles is just maybe people with real people with fake images, or images that has been retouched so much that they are basically another person. But bots are better because bots are actually software. So bots are usually using real pictures of people or found on the internet, but most likely when they are pretty smart, they use pictures of real people that I don't know where they get it. Maybe just they go on on their friends list on Facebook and friends of friends, and they just get they navigate and they get random picture. They maybe get 2, 3, 4 pictures of the same person, and usually they select pretty nice looking people, girls or boys, the same. And then the incredible thing is that you can speak with them. You can speak with them on Tinder, but you can also speak with them in other apps. Usually the bot invites you to other apps, being WhatsApp or being Snapchat or being whatever. So being other apps outside of the Tinder thing, because what they want to do, they want to be sure that they are not getting reported for whatever they will say to you, or if they want to be able to send you maybe some links sometimes. And there are some stupid bots like hello Hula. There are some stupid bots that you recognize immediately, like the fact that they tend to sell you something. I mean, they start like speaking normally, asking you who you are and what you do and what you like, and do you like traveling, and do you like doing that, do you like music, which kind of music. So all that conversation goes normal, but then at a certain point they start to say, can you look at this link, okay, because this is what I do as a job. And usually that link is or a malicious link, or in most of the cases is just a normal link of stuff that they want to advertise or they are paid to advertise. So imagine that this bot is speaking with, I don't know, 1,000 people a day, and it can spam that link 1,000 times. The problem is that these bots are very smart, you know. So I'm speaking with one right now, and I can tell you that, I mean, right now I was speaking with her half an hour ago or 15 minutes ago, and I can tell you that I'm still not 100% convinced it's a bot. I'm still not 100%, so I'm not sure, you know. So I'm 98% sure it's a bot, but there is still a chance that it's not. It's very funny that I think like that, because so the thing, the way you recognize a bot chatting with you, and by the way, bots can be everywhere. Can be also on Discord, can be on Skype, can be on any social app. Okay, so so some people here in the chat could be bots. Jerry could be a bot. We don't know. No, we know Jerry is not a bot because bots are not so smart to do also code commits and to create code, but they could in theory. But yeah, but bots can be everywhere. So now the problem is when you meet someone, you know, and you speak with someone online, how do you know it's not a bot? So unless you do a live chat, maybe you know you don't want to do a live chat for different reasons. But unless you do, unless you do a live something or a phone call, at least a phone call I think should be good. So I'm pushing. I will tell you in the next day how it goes, but I'm pushing her to do a voice call, which obviously is something that she doesn't want to do. And I already asked to send me a voice message, and she sent a voice message. But you know, a voice message is easier because a voice message you can pre-record it. You know, you can have a database of pre-recorded voice messages that you can send out on WhatsApp. So I asked some basic stuff, and she answered properly by voice. And I would say the voice was not really matching the face somehow to me, but you never know. So the other thing that is incredible is the speed at which the bot answers. So the bot is programmed not to answer immediately, right? So to answer with a kind of a human reaction time. But anyway, I would just say that I'm pretty intrigued by this particular one because it's very well programmed. I mean, I think I'm smarter than him, and so I got him. You know, I got him. But it's pretty good. I mean, I cannot show you the conversation. I mean, I could in theory show you the conversation. It's no problem. It's nothing secret. But the flow is pretty good. I mean, it's obviously trying to close a topic very quick and try to open another topic so that it's not, you know, a kind of a consequence. I mean, it's not a discussion that has many connection points, because this is usually where artificial intelligence is breaking, right? Now, Marcellum, these bots are pretending to be people, and to me, it's very annoying that they do it on social apps, and to me, it's even more annoying that they do it on dating or anyway, you know, places where you want to find someone to share something, maybe to make a friend, or you know, to have some connection, because if you develop the connection with the bot and then you realize at a certain point is a bot, is pretty bad, you know. I mean, imagine that you speak with this girl for 2 months, right, every night, and then you realize after 2 months there is a freaking bot, you know. So apart from the fact that you wasted a lot of your time and is already pretty annoying, but plus, I mean, if you're not taking it the right way, it may be bad for you. You know, you may be sad. You may be sad about that. So anyway, I will let you know. For now, I'm speaking with her since. I don't know if I can see the original date, but I think it's like 3 days or 4 days. I mean, not very, very often, but let's say like I don't know, 10 messages per day, something like that. And I would say the quality of the software is pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, so what do we want to do tonight? Okay, the beginning of this stream has been a bit weird, I have to say. Okay, but I don't think many people watch the VOD, so I think we'll stay between me and you. So yesterday we did the blood effects, okay? And we basically ended up with two blood effects. One which looks a bit more cartoonish because it's kind of flat, and another one that looks a bit more real, but he has a problem with the light, so that when the light comes, when the light shines on the particle effect, it looks very bright. But if you look from the other side, it looks a bit dark. Now, I think we can find some good settings, which is a mix of emission or transparency, and make the particle look better. So it's more of an art task than a programming task at this point. But I have to say, I tested it a bit more and it works well. So basically it's tracing. If we have two characters, it's tracing. If we have two characters facing each other, it's basically tracing a line between the middle of the character and the monster, and is then hitting on the surface of what we call the capsule. The capsule is just the outside envelope, that the character uses for collision with the ground or with other items. And so he hits that, and then it generates the blood effect in that particular point. Okay. Now, this is not perfect, but I would say performance-wise is very good. We have a bit of an issue with the timing of this happening, so this is something that we will review when we review combat, which at this point is very, very soon, because I think we are finishing the majority. We are finishing the majority of the elements of the game that we need to port. So we'll need very soon to start to work on playability, which is I think is the most interesting part, to actually make the game fun to play, and smooth to play. So not having problems with the commands or with hiccups, or clicking on something and it doesn't click, or clicking on something or misclicking, and you don't want to misclick, things like that. So making a user experience a bit smoother. Okay, so we'll do that. But just to finish a bit the list of features that we have done, I wanted to work on petitions. Petitions I've seen that are still used in game today. Is a way for players to report problems to developers or to GMs. If they get stuck, if the character has a problem, if they want to change email, if they want whatever. So I don't think is a system that we can avoid. I think it's a system that we need. And so I think I want to port it. Now, as usual, I think we need to create a new mission. I don't think it will be very long. I think that the mission for petition will be relatively short. I think I'm planning to take maximum, I think 2 evenings, but let's see. I'm not sure what I'm going to face, but let's create a new mission. Let's call it a mission petition. So as usual, the first thing we want to do, we want to relearn how it works in the old game. Okay, because I roughly know how it works, but as usual, I'm not fully fluent in that, because I don't use it too much as a player. And so I want to just go here and launch the old game and see what are the features, what are the screens, what are the capabilities of the petition system, also what are the commands. By the way, about the commands, I think there must be something on the wiki. I don't know if we have a petition explained. No, there is not much. There is not much explained, but there are a few commands, and anyway we have the full code. So it's actually inside admin manager, and there are a lot of commands like assign petition, because a GM can assign a petition to himself, and so saying, okay, I'm working on it. Petition can be opened, can be closed, can be assigned, can be completed, can be changed, modified. I think there are comments on it. A player can cancel a petition in case the thing has been resolved already. GMs can get a list of all the possible petitions. Anyone can add. There is an escalation mechanism as well, which I didn't know, I didn't remember there was, but there is an escalation, so you can escalate a petition to a higher level GM. I don't think we are using this at the moment. I think that when a petition comes in, we are just handling it. So all the GMs are basically handling it at the same level, but it seems that there is also an escalation thing. So okay, let me see if we go in game. I launched it and it didn't start. This is not a good sign. Why? PS distro. Sorry, because I launched it from the wrong one. That's why. You have no idea how much I want to move from the old to the new. You have no idea. I mean, you want to move to the new, I want to move to the new 100 times. I really want, because the old is very good at the end. It's very, very good. I think it has a lot of possibilities and stuff, but is unmaintainable. It's completely unmaintainable. Okay, so we go in. I think we go in as me, right? Why not? I think it goes in as me. And okay, and we have the petition button. Now, I think that the petition button is doing the same as /petition. No, /petition is actually creating a new petition. Okay. Petition question or description. Okay. But if you click on petition, I guess you can add a new petition from here. So why people should use the command? I think no one should use the command. People should just click on this one, right? It looks like an email, but it's okay. So manage petitions. So considering I'm a game master, I think when I open this, I get this screen, right? And I can, if there were petitions here, I would see them here. Now, if I do new petition, he asked me to add a petition. I can say, hi, this is a test from Talad. I'm testing the petition system in the old game to port it to the new Unreal Engine version. Now, I don't know if there is a limit to what you can type, but hello, more text, more text, more text, more text, a lot of text. Okay, so let's say that, yeah, you have also a scroll bar, so you can type, but basically it's a text box. I mean, it's a very simple window which is a text box. And so let me just take a screenshot so that we keep it for our mission, because we will have to reproduce this somehow. Okay, we will have to reproduce the screens in the new game. My head is below it. Okay, I think it's fine. Can I take a screenshot without my head? I think I can. Just because it looks a bit cleaner. I mean, there is a lamp into it, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay to have a lamp into the screenshot. Crop. and go. So we will put it here. Maybe it's too big, I don't know. So there is the add petition. Now if I click on add, if I click on add petition, if I click on OK, now the petition gets created. Okay, so he has this information. He has the GM, the status, the creation date, and the extract, let's say, of the petition. Wow, you can order them by status and by creation date and by petition. Wow, really? That's pretty good. Let me try to create another one. Hey, there is another test. Please don't touch it. I need to verify the functionalities. I see that the carriage returns are not kept, so basically it becomes yeah, but the order works, so you can actually order them, which is nice. And you can then click on one and you have the description at the bottom, so I think it's simple enough. I don't know the horizontal scroll, but if it goes really at the end, no, it just scrolls a bit. Okay, so maybe what I need to do actually is to take a screenshot. I mean, to substitute that one with this one that is actual data, which probably is better. Yes. So we substitute with that. So now what we can do? Now we can delete it. I don't know if the delete is a confirm button, but we will see. No, it doesn't. So if you click on delete, it's done forever. I think a confirmation would be nice to avoid misclicking. I don't think we send any email to. Now, we've been asked to see if we can create a petition as a player and then assign it to us, because at the moment I don't see a way to assign it. I cannot right click, so how do I assign this petition to me? Maybe because it's mine and so I cannot. Okay, let me close this and reopen it with the player account and see if it is getting any better. So I think my player account that I created the other day is just empty. Momires, yes, is him. Our Momires guy. Sorry, Marcelo, you asked me if I heard of AI Dungeon or GPT-3 now. No, I didn't. I didn't. What are those two things? So, I think I'm a player, right? So if I do teleport me, whatever, yes, it says a no command. So I'm a player with this thing. In fact, I don't see any petition, but I can create a new petition. That is a test petition from Talad to test the petition system. Okay, so I created it. It says no GM assigned, and well, actually I can launch 2 clients, I guess, and we can see what happens now as a GM. I think the petition is yours, you cannot assign it to yourself, which I think it makes kind of sense. So that's why there is no assign button or anything. Okay. So when you log in, if you are a GM, it says there are 1 unanswered petition. So that's a pretty good one. I don't know if we are doing it or not but we should do it in Unreal. So let me put this also as a screenshot for us to remember that this thing should happen. I think it will happen automatically because I have ported the code for petition. So I think it will happen, but just to remember, to double check. I think I can delete the rest of the text, it's fine. Just to say that okay, when you log in as a game master, it tells you there is 1 unanswered petition. Okay, and that's already a good one. Then as a GM, I can click here and I can I don't see the one of the player. I don't see the one of the player in this list. Is there another window, or is there another way to? I need a GM. You know, if Uwajet or Emily Narie. Let me check. Uwajet, no, it's not online. Ah, yes, he's online. I don't know if it's because I'm not a GM. I mean, meaning that I am an administrator and not a GM, and so maybe it doesn't appear for me. So maybe there is a restriction. I have to be a specific security level to have. Okay, then we can check in the code, I guess. Then I think we can check in the code, but there should be a way. There should be an assign button here somehow. There should be an assign button, and also the strange thing is that it's not telling you who created the petition, but probably it's because, again, here I'm just looking at mine. So one player can look at his petitions, and me, I can look at my petition, but I don't see the petition of the other people. Okay, so let me just see if there is a specific command that I'm missing. Okay, maybe there is another window or another something. Which should be under command group assignment. I created it. think probably, or because I'm an administrator, I don't see it. Or actually, petition. There is only petition command. There are no other petitions, something else, you know. There's only a petition command. Maybe it's because I'm an administrator. Maybe it's because I'm an administrator. Maybe only GMs can see it and not devs. Let's check the code, and I think we will find out. Send GM player list. Send GM player list. If client get security level is less than GM level 1 and is greater than GM level 9, you don't have access to GM functions. Okay. I think that administrators cannot really... Petition list. Petition was successfully created. Thank you. I didn't want to create a petition called list. I think that there is this check in the code. Okay, let's change our security level for a second to the one of a game master and try to log in again. Or I can set, maybe I can set my level. I can set my level. Yeah, I can set my level. Then I will never be able to give it to me again except going from the database. But it's okay. So I think I can. What was it? Set GM level. No, set. Grant GM level. No, there was a way to grant security access where command name like GM, no, like security, no, I don't remember if it was a promote or something. No, don't remember what was the name of the command. Deputize. Ah, yes, deputize. Okay, you can deputize. So I can deputize myself. Deputize me 30. Now, but actually it's saying up to level 9. So let's try to deputize me 25. What is setting our player tested GM level may be specified. Deputize me GM5. Okay. Access granted. Access for talent set to GM5. Okay. But now if I click here, in theory I should see the others, but I still don't see them. Yeah, I tried. It says I think it's checking. It's not just checking the deputize. It's checking the, because I think the deputize is I think deputize is temporary. Okay, I will change my access for a second, and I will put it as I will put it as a GM, because otherwise we cannot do this. Where is the production database? Okay, so I think I can show you what I'm doing. Is not a problem. So we can do select security level from accounts where username equal to my email, and it will probably say 50. Yes. And then we do update security level set. Update accounts set security level. I don't know why, developers cannot see maybe it's a good idea that they don't see it, I don't know. But set security level, updated security level equal to, let's say 25, okay? Where username, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now, well, actually I had to log out. I will do it again after logout. I don't think it's changing the account, but we can do it again. Okay, so we can log in again, and now that we are GMs, I guess we will see the petition. One thing that I've seen is that you don't see who is the guy, but who opened the petition, but maybe I will see it now. Maybe I will see it now. Let's say. I still don't see them. I mean, I see my 2 petition, but I don't see any other petition. Okay, let me remove my petitions, okay? So I have no petitions here. I have no petition here, and the other guy only has this single petition. Okay. So why I cannot see it now? I'm level 25. If you can. For some reason they're not showing up. Now, let me see just what is the command doing, okay? So this command, send GM player list, actually is a command, and I can search it in the old code maybe, which is simpler. List all players for a GM. But this one is listing players, so I think is a bit different. We want the one that lists all the petitions. I think it's this one, get petitions. If player ID equal to petition GM, check player ID. If ID is petition GM, get a complete list for the GM. What the fuck is a petition GM? Get petitions. Do we have a way to set the ability to manage petition separately? Because maybe we are. Get petition array. Try and grab the result from the database. Note, as there are differences between the normal use in the GM use, we manage them here, the result will be slightly different depending on this. If is GM request petition GM client get PID, GM request client get PID. Okay, this I understand, but how does he know if it's a GM request? So this get petition array, we need to find where this get petition array is getting. No, wait. Get petition. Can I go back where I was? No, would be too good. List petitions. Fuck. They told me. That's what I needed. Why when I search petitions in the why there is no manage petition command here? I'm in the right database, yes. So they told me now that the command is actually called manage petition. Manage petitions. GG. So okay, so there is a manage petition window. So that's why this one is called manage petition. Well, because it's manage petition for the players. I think that's why. I think that's why. Okay, so the trick was to use the command manage petition. Okay. Yeah. It's okay. I just that I didn't know. So basically, the manage petition window is only for players. Okay, so you can see only your own petition. Is also why it doesn't tell you the name of the player or anything else. You can change the text. You can delete it. You can save it. Okay, so this is what you can do. Then there is another screen which is /manage petition. I'm just surprised that /manage petition is not /manage petition. Yeah, so is not in the command group list. You know? Manage petition is not listed as a command in the command groups. I think it's a bit of an anomaly because in theory all the commands should be here, right? All the commands like deputize is here and disable quest is here and whatever event is here, and why there is no manage petition in this list? And how is manage petition actually getting added then to the possible manage petitions? My webcam is starting to act up again. I think I will replace it if it continues to do that. You know that the old Visual Studio is much quicker in searching things. So if I search them in the old Visual Studio, is way better. The new one is just taking ages to search anything. I don't know if there is another repository for Game Master commands somewhere that I forgot, or how is this working? Because in theory, look at that, post setup, subscribe, post petition GM window. Yeah, is added in a kind of a weird way by the window, by the petition window. So the petition window is registering, you see, is registering the manage petition command manually. I mean, outside of the standard command cycle. I don't know why. Maybe it's been added later on, or yeah. Okay. So one thing I need to type in our mission is the manage petition command. Well, I would say petition petition is, come on, why is this doing this? Why my webcam is doing this? Slash petition. By the way, slash petition doesn't even open the window. It's just creating a new one. So this one we will not care too much about, but we care about management. Well, we can still care, but petition and manage petition. Okay. But manage petition is the one that is basically creating the new window. Okay, let's analyze a bit this new window. So, fuck this webcam. Why is doing this to me? You know, as I move the cable, is fuck. As I move the cable is coming and going. I don't know why. I think I have to give it back to the guys that gave it to me, to the shop, because it's strange that he's doing this. I think he has a loose cable inside. The problem is that inside the webcam I cannot really go. I mean, I cannot open it myself, so. I cannot open it myself, boys. Aha. Yeah, it seems that manage petition is added manually by the UI somehow. So it's kind of a weird command. I think it should be added back to where it was. By the way, that's you, huh? That's you looking at me. Okay, so manage petitions. Yes, in fact, here it shows. This one actually has a lot more commands. Wow, has a lot more commands. Which commands he has? He has admin, which I have no idea what he's doing. Okay, just opening the admin window. Why is opening the admin window? I don't know, because maybe you can teleport to the guy and ask him something. Okay, maybe. But basically has no... this one is pretty good, by the way. We should implement it. I think it's a good idea to add it. It's also pretty easy to do. This list of attributes for game masters, I think we should do it. Okay, so this one is opening just the admin window. I guess that claim is assigning it to me. And claim is, well, I can try anyway. I can do claim. Yes. Claim is assigning it to me and it's putting in its status in progress. Okay, unclaim, I guess, is removing that and it's putting in status open. Okay. Escalate. The selected petition has been escalated. What does it mean? I have no idea. The selected petition has been escalated. Petition escalate. Change the status of the position we wanted to assign. Current row less than 0. This should never happen. Change the status of the item in the list box. Petition message, get petition, get current, escalation, +1. What is this? Add petitions, manage petitions, system, confirm, translate. The selected petition has been escalated. What is this doing? Check if the server reported errors on the query. I mean, which query? End of message. What the escalate is doing, Wadjet? Do you have any idea? What's the escalate button doing? Because as I see it here, it looked like we wanted to move it like one up in the list, but I think then this code is commented out, so it's not doing much. Petition escalate is actually doing add petition though. Add petitions, petition message, petitions. The selected petition has been escalated. I have no idea what this is doing. Escalate the petition. Escalate petition. Ah, there it is. He's doing update petitions, test status open, assign GM -1, escalation level +1. What the fuck is this thing? Level 2? You just increment the level on the left side. Huh? Do we need this? Level 3? Level 4? Can we remove this thing? I don't know. Do we need it? Did we ever use it? Wadjet in our daily life? Do we need to escalate petition? I don't know. Yeah, it seems that he's only updating this number. He's doing escalation level +1. It is what he's doing. Where ID escalation level, and assign GM over status open. I mean, I can leave it. I mean, it's not a lot of code. I mean, but it seems completely useless. I mean, it can be useful if there are like 1 million. If we will have 500 players connected and every player is creating 1 petition every 3 days, then you will have 200 petitions. But you know, I mean, I don't know. In theory, it's okay, but I mean, if I can leave it, I can leave it. If it's not too hard to leave, maybe we can leave it. But I think cannot de-escalate below 0. It's actually managed. Then you cannot de-escalate below 0. So it's actually this thing is actually managed somehow. Okay, so we understand claim, unclaim, escalate, de-escalate. And we understand close and delete, I guess. Close, we just close it. Now we can see what happens. So, but if I close it, can I send a message to the guy or no? I mean, okay, I close it. You must be assigned to a petition to close it. Okay, claim. close. Describe the petition. Ah, okay. Your account has been fixed. Okay, let me take a screenshot of this now. Let me take a screenshot of this because I need this. No, wait. I pasted it in the... What? Okay. Let me do just a small trick because we don't want to use all the space. So we will do a small trick, which is just to shrink a bit this, move a bit this, copy a bit this. I exaggerated. And I mean, it's just a screenshot, I know, but you know, when you do things, it's always better to do them the right way. Yeah, I just want to have a smaller screen for my screenshot, for my thing. Okay. So yeah, I want to take just this screenshot here. I think this one, well, we can even shrink it vertically a bit, so that we don't, right, and we can even shrink it horizontally a bit. Okay, so now it's the same amount of information, just in less space. Okay, so manage petition is opening this screen, and we want to say, no, this one I think we will do first. So I think we will do first the player one. So let's put the player one first, which is the one that we will do first. Can I fit it? No, fuck. Shit. I have a little space here. Sorry, I'm there. Okay, so this is the player one. And the player one is kind of easy. So admin, so let's say admin opens the admin window. Open admin window. That will be super easy to do. Claim and unclaim is fine. It just assign it to me. So this just assign to me. Assign the petition. That's easy. Escalate, just incrementing by 1, and this is fine as well. Escalate, de-escalate is just incrementing by 1. Increment level, and then close is closing the petition. Okay, the close is giving the message. So the close, I think I will do it this way. So the close is asking for the message, and then if I type the message in, no, wait, this is a screenshot. Your account has been fixed. Okay. The petition disappears. Holy shit. So you don't have a way to see the closed petitions. I don't think that's a very great idea. But okay. So you don't see that it's closed. Let me see what the player sees. That is the player guy. It doesn't receive a message about the closing, but okay. We append the resolution. We say resolution, so the resolution is getting added at the end of the message. Okay, I mean, it's not great, but I think it works. The problem is that you cannot see the closed petition. So if this guy comes back to you again and say, hey, I want this done again, how do you know that this has actually been completed? right? How do you know? You don't have a way to see the closed petitions, even if they are still in the database. Even if this guy will probably click on delete, and if he clicks on delete, the petition will just go away completely from the database. But okay, I think it's good enough. I mean, I think it's good enough. Why not? So the petition text gets updated with the resolution. Okay, so I think we can copy paste that into our mission and put it whatever here, and then underline the fact that there is a resolution here. Okay. Yeah, we remain just as an archive, just to see. I don't know. Let's say that let's say that the player is getting annoying about something. You know, he's opening a petition saying, "I want this guy to stop harassing me because he's whatever." So you open the petition, you close it, you answer to him, etc. And then the next week he does it again. Maybe you have a trace, but it's also true that if he clicks on delete, and he can, because he can delete his own petitions, then you will have no trace anyway. So yeah, so maybe we don't care too much about the archive. Let me see how many petitions we have in the database that are in status closed. Petitions view table. Petitions view table. Wow. Oh no, let me do it from SQL. I think it's easier. What was my SQL thing? Oh my god, this webcam clicking all the time. Select count from petitions. Holy moly. We have 27,000 petitions in. And all of them has been closed, I guess. Right? Unless you have a lot of open petition. Select count from petition where status equal to open. 243. Holy shit. But why 243 but none is showing in my list? I'm getting crazy with this webcam going on and off. Fucking annoying. Can you do it or no? Okay, I touched it a bit. Maybe I don't know if it's software or if it's just maybe heating too much and is then disconnecting. Or can do anything with them, just an archive. But if all we need is to look all petition up, it's perfect. Yeah. Why we have 243 petition open, but none of them are showing in this list? How does it work? Select count from petition where status equal to open. I can do select count status from petition where from petition group by status. So we have 16,000 cancelled, 10,000 closed, 23 in progress, and 243 open. But I don't see them in the list. Close the date. Create a date. Maybe there is a You think there is a closed date? I mean, like they have been closed, but for some reason they remained open. Because open it says 243. So if I create a new one, this is a test disregard, and I just put it here. Okay. Now, how many we have? Now we have 244. You see? So the additional petition has been created. If maybe they are from deleted characters, that could be, because maybe he's doing a join. That could be because maybe he's doing a join with the character when he's reading them, and if the character is not, yeah. I think that's exactly the reason. That's exactly the reason. Let me do a select player. Oops. Select player from petition where status equal open, and limit 1. So this player, well, maybe this one is me. Let's say limit 2. Okay, this is probably not me. So if I now do select from characters where ID equal to this, select star from characters, select ID from characters. Yeah, the character does not exist. So these are petitions that have never been closed. Those characters do not exist. Okay, that's fine. So there were petitions of people that deleted their character, right? Select star from petition. Let me just check one thing, but I have to go on the other screen because there may be, I don't know, emails of people or okay, no, there is nothing specific. Yeah, so this is a good example. I can put it here. He's saying, I fell off the ledge in the death realm. Now I'm permanently stuck in the abyss. Can a GM teleport me out, please? And then he said, please delete the character, right? So probably the character has been deleted, and this petition has remained in the database forever, right? And it was 2005, by the way, if you want to know. We were all young. Some of you maybe not even born, but it's okay. No, maybe born, yes. Okay, so what we discover is that, but anyway, I mean, if you want to, I mean, this statistic is insane. So our GM team managed 10,651 petitions that have been actively closed by them somehow. It's a lot, 10,651. Congratulations, GM team. Good job. Wow, it's a big number. It's a very big. I was not expecting that many. I mean, across all the years, obviously, but I was not expecting that many. They've been actively closed, because there is also the one that been cancelled. The one that is cancelled is 16,000, which anyway requires a click at least. So someone reading it and deciding if it's valid or not. Okay, so what I want to do, I think we understood everything, right? We understood how the system works. Or do we have any other question on how the system works? No, I think there are no other buttons to click, so I think there are no other. Is there any other functionality that I don't know, or No, I think that's it. Okay, so what we need to do, so our mission is to create, first of all, we'll create these windows, I guess, because yeah, first of all we'll create a UI because the code exists already. Okay, it's just not ported, but I think it exists already. So create the player petition window and the widget. So in the player petition window there are also some buttons like the delete, the new, the save. So the new should allow, so the UI for new petition should also be created. The delete and the save I think is doing nothing else than sending a message to the server. So so let's say create main player petition window, create player new petition window. Then we need to create, this will be kind of easy, then we need to create the GM petition window, and then we need to create the GM close petition window, which by the way is just a pop-up with the request to enter some text, but I think we can do it similarly to this one. And there should be the ability to enter the text and to say OK or cancel. So I think we can reuse the prompt window. I think we have something like that. Then after this we need to petition then we need to convert why is writing in convert the PS petition message. So now we will go to the code. We will go to the code, and I'm pretty sure that here somewhere there is a PS petition message that was okay. Anyway, I wanted to put the right name just to be sure, but here it is. PS petition request message. So we need to remove this. Okay. We need to remove this and make it an Unreal structure. Yes. And then we need to ensure that the code is fully converted. Code is fully converted, and then we need to port. We need to test and port player window delete player window new player window save. Actually, there are quite some functionality. I was thinking it was simpler, but port GM window admin, this is super easy. Claim, unclaim, escalate, de-escalate, and close and delete. If I delete one, does the player know that it's been deleted? That is, his petition has been deleted? Probably not. Huh? That is not very polite, let's say. That is not very polite because yeah, the one closed you see it, but the one that for this is a test disregard. If the GM doesn't give and just click on delete, you must be assigned to a petition in order to cancel it. Okay, so I claim this and then I delete it. Yeah, now I deleted it, and my guy here doesn't really know. What happens if I save it? You can only change open petitions. What happens if I try to delete it again? I don't know, it goes to delete. Test. Okay. It is open. By the way, the GM sees it in real time, which is pretty insane. I delete it. No, I claim it. I delete it. And this one disappeared. So there is a mechanism to update petition on screen automatically, huh? This I don't know if we will have in Unreal, but yes, maybe we should. So there is a message that is interacting with the actual petition window, and as soon as a player is creating one, you don't need even to refresh the window. I mean, it's just appearing instantly on your screen. To allow real-time information in the petition windows. So when the petition gets created and when it gets deleted or closed, you get the information real time. Wow, what a system, boys! What a system! What a system we have here, huh? Okay. There is a direct correlation to... No, maybe not. Okay, I will not say that. Okay, so I can save this. And then we can start to finally do some work, because for now we've just been thinking and speaking, but we didn't do anything. But I think we have a good plan. So we know what we need to create, and we know which functionality we need to port, and so we can just go and do it, you know? Go and do it. Do I need these two windows to stay open? Maybe no, I can close it and GG. And I have no petition open. So also Momires can go away. Okay, I can close this, I can close this. Okay, nice. So, in Unreal, we need to create a UI. Okay, so we go into UI, Game, and then Windows, and we will create a new... Now, should we copy it from somewhere? Because it's always a good idea, you know, to copy paste. Well, we need this window is anyway having a list with a header and the number of items that you can select, which is pretty similar to many other windows. So for example, there's the exchange, but the storage and exchange, but that's a pretty big one. I don't know if I want to copy this. I think the spell book may be okay. Yeah, I think we can copy this one. He has a header, he has a list of items. I guess you can click on the items. I think we can copy this one. I think we can copy this one. Yeah, why not? I mean, we have to start from somewhere. I don't want to start from scratch because it's a waste of time, you know. So we'll duplicate this and we will call it Win Petitions, right? And the other one we will call it, I guess, Win GM Petition or Win Petition GM. Because anyway, the two windows are different, are two different windows, really. Even if, can we make it one? Can we make it? No, because the columns are different. well, the columns are different because there is a player, but it's the online status. Wow, the online status, boys. Okay. Do you want a bit of music? I forgot to put it on. I don't know if you like music or you don't like music in the stream, but we can put it on at a reasonable volume. Let's try 5%. No, I'm thinking if we can make it a single window, but the buttons are completely different. Some of the columns are different. The only thing that is the same is the fact you can select here and you get a text at the bottom. But this one is not editable. This one is editable. No, I think they should be two different windows. I think. I think there will be two different windows. Okay, let's open our win petitions now. Now, how do we butcher this? How do we destroy this and make it great again? First thing, we need to change the header and the entry. So we need to create two widgets which are holding that information. So one will be, can I copy it from somewhere else? Yes, absolutely. I can copy the header from guild member, and these two are perfect, I think. Yeah, these two are perfect. This one and this one are both perfect. So I will duplicate WD guild header, and I will call it WD petition header. And then we will duplicate WD guild member, and we will call it WD petition. Well, member, no, let's say petition. I mean, one line is one petition. Let's call it petition player though, because we will have two. We will have petition player and petition GM, and those will be two different lines, right? Or we can say petition item, and then we'll say petition GM item. Let's say petition item. Petition item, I think I like it more. Okay, now how do we modify them? Well, very simply, we need to put the same columns we have here. So we have GM, status, created date, and petition. So GM, status, created date, and petition text. Can delete this one, I guess. Created date and petition. Okay, so these are the thingies that we need. Now I think that the GM, the status can probably. How do I decide the position? It's done by the padding. Okay. Because this one I think can go way to the right. Because status is only open, closed, in progress, so it's pretty short. Creation date also is pretty short. The one that is taking space at the end is this one. Right? So I think that this one will then extend to be as big as the window. Okay, so petition header, I think we are good, and this one will never be changed because it's not dynamic. It's just what it is. Petition header is like this. Now, petition item. Petition item. Petition item needs to have editable text, right? Editable text, which needs to be the same as the one above. So txt-gm, but you see that the difference is that these one are all variables. gm status. Sorry, I need to change two things though. I need to change the name of the variable and the actual text. Even if this text would be replaced, I think it's good to keep it. Creation date, created date. And well, actually here will be like 2020-0101, so this is how it will be, but because yeah, it will be something like that. You know, GM open 2012, and again here we need to change the padding. Maybe so the padding we should keep it exactly as we had here. So it's 12, 100, 12, 100. Otherwise they will be misaligned between the header and the actual. Created date 180. Petition 300. And then that's it. Petition text. And then points. This one we don't need, right? Because we don't have this last column. Okay. Okay, and these are all variables that we can use. Okay. Now this one will not compile obviously, because this one has all the logic, yes, that is coming from the other window, and so a lot of stuff here is not gonna work. In particular, there was a way to click on the item, and this we need to change. By the way, we need to change the name of the dispatcher, make it click petition dispatcher, and why self? Because probably click petition dispatcher as yes, is now it should be petition item. Probably the petition item. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Then there is a setup. A setup of the petition. Now I think we can use a single or not. Do we want to use a single structure for both windows, or do we want to use a different structure? We can use a different structure maybe. So we need to create this PS guild member structure. So this has been to be created in C++. So in the same way, PS guild member structure. exactly. Yeah, this one we put it in guild info. Okay, this one we put it in guild info. So we need to, where do we put the, I think we can put it in our petition guy. In our petition, the best would be to put in our petition. But unfortunately petition doesn't exist. We have it inside admin manager actually. PS petition info doesn't exist. Where was PS petition info defined in the old code, just to keep it, you know, kind of consistent? By the way, this song of Stellaris was super good. I think the Stellaris soundtrack is very, very nice. Yeah, it was under messages, so I think it's fine. We can keep it under messages. We were using a single one, or we were using a double one. Looks like we were using a single one. Contains data for one petition, ID, petition text, status of the petition, assigned GM, escalation, player, date and time created, resolution, and is the player online. So this petition info is the one that we need to replicate. Let me just double check that we didn't do anything here. Yeah, actually we have some stuff here. Petition info. But petition info, where is it defined? Ah, okay, it's defined here in messages. Okay, so it's exactly the same. The only difference is that now we need to transform it into a real structure, or I would say into a non-real structure. Okay, exactly. Okay, good. So this will become a struct blueprint type, so exactly the same way. Being a blueprint type, it needs to start with F, so we need to call it F petition info, which I think is okay. We need to have the generated body, the public, and all the other good stuff, so I'm just copying it from above. We need to have one constructor which is empty, which is always needed. I will kill this webcam. It is continuously resetting, I don't know why. And it was not doing it at the beginning. We did, how many streams we did like this? Like 50, or we streamed for, I don't know, 200, 300 hours, I guess. And it never did it. It's just doing it now. I don't know why. Sometimes it's randomly resetting. So we need one constructor for our FPS window. Okay, the more I say it, the more it does it. Which will be just yes, just all the parameters. Now we need is all these parameters initialized to empty. So in theory is all this stuff. Is all this stuff that I need to put in the constructor, but without the type. Oh shit! What up? No, please, don't do this. What the fuck? Okay. So ID I think would be -1. -1. Petition will be an empty string, and status and so on. Right? Assign GM and so on. Assign GM is a string. Okay. It's not an ID. At least the way it goes to it. Escalation is a level, so we'll initialize it to -1. Player is a string, right? And so we'll initialize it to an empty string. And created is also a string. We initialize it to an empty string. And resolution as well. Okay. So this will be our empty constructor. Please tell me what I need to do with this webcam, please. I don't want to get that sound anymore. But I don't think it's the cable I did. I think it's something software, because I think it's just going crazy sometimes. Maybe it's heating up, or I don't know. Then we need to make all of those U properties. And these are pretty easy because is all stuff that we actually can make U property directly, because they're all strings or integers or stuff that is easy to make a property, or boolean. And then we will need a real constructor, which is the one that probably we will use, which is the constructor with parameters. So it will be like this. Plus this, with all the parameters, and then no, mistake. Mistakes were made. So with all the parameters, string resolution. Okay, and then this will be initialized, you know, unfortunately in the same way, right? I need to initialize each of them. Yeah, this part is a bit kind of monkey work again, but once done, is done forever, you know. Once you write this code once, it's done forever. It will never change. Or anyway, if it changes, it will change by very small bits. Very small bits. Okay, now I need unfortunately to change all of those to in something, otherwise we will get the shadowing thing. It will say shadowing of variable detected. Why you are shadowing your own variables while you should not. That is exactly the voice of the compiler. That is exactly the voice. So we do, oops, no, I copied this, I didn't copy the line. Oh, I did a mess. No. Can I put it on 2 lines so maybe it's a bit easier? Thank you. In petition, in status, SendGM, escalation, player, created, resolution, and that's it. Okay, good. So we have the constructor and we have the structure itself, which is pretty nice. I just need to drink something or I will dissipate into the space. I will dissipate into emptiness. So we usually have, watching at the statistics of the stream, we usually have a lot of people that are joining and then leaving, right? I mean, not a lot, but a few. So a dozen, or I don't know, every stream is like 15 or 20 people are just clicking on the stream, and then I don't know, maybe they see the code and they get scared of it. But we have a lot of people passing by. So if you are one of those guys, passing by now, don't go away. Tell me why you want to go away, or tell me why you want to stay. Okay, so we did that. We did this. And yes, here I need also obviously this. And so this will be good. Now, as soon as I compile this, a lot of stuff will start to complain, okay? But I need the structure now to be managed here. So I need to save it as it is, even if it's not compiling. I need to close the editor. And I need to regenerate the code here and see how many million errors we get. Fix them, and then reopen the editor, and finally we'll find our new structure created. Right? Should I tell the bot that I know that he is a bot or not? Because the bot is saying yes, we will talk again tomorrow. My phone. Should I tell him, hey, I know you are a bot? But I don't know how a bot reacts if you tell him that. One failed. Okay, well, I was expecting a lot of fails. So now basically in all the places where we have the petition info and petition message, we are getting an error, right? Which is expected. Now we need to replicate this this message will become actually a function for us. This music. This message will become actually a function for us that we are sending up. I think, can we create a function now? So what it needs an array of petition, and that's easy. It needs a boolean, this string, success error message type is gem. I think we will do it a bit different though. I think we need to kill it and redo it. We cannot keep it this way. Cannot keep it this way. Let me see which other places. Okay. So now, whenever we see PS petition, we have to change it with F petition info. Right? Okay, let me try to recompile now. One failed, Okay, now here we will start to get issues. Okay, we start to get a lot of issues. I think we need to just substitute everywhere in the code. I think it's easier if we do it like this. We just do a substitution everywhere of F petition info, PS petition info with F petition info. Maybe we can check but if I do match word, match whatever, I think it should be fine. So I can probably just do a mass substitution. It's found in 4 places. Let me see if I can do the same here. But no, they are not here. So let me try to recompile. So we are now, you know, substituting our Unreal Engine structure with the old one, and obviously the code is suffering a bit from it. Yes, this one is trying to use. Is trying to use the petition message, but the petition message you don't have, so we need to comment out all this thing. A lot of code is commented out. A lot of code for petitions has been commented out. And we will have to, you know, add it back one by one. Function by function, piece by piece, and create our new structure, our new code. Okay, succeeded. So at least we have, I mean, most of the petition code is commented out, so I'm not expecting it to work, but at least we have our structure now declared. This means that if I relaunch the editor, I will find the structure, which is now available for us to interact with the UI, which was where we were. Okay. So the WD petition header, no changes, I guess, we said. So it's good as it is, but the WD petition item definitely needs to be converted to have our new structure, right? So if I go here, let me just check where it was complaining. Well, it was complaining because it was expecting in the setup guild member structure, while now we have to change it to our new petition info structure, which as you can see is here. So it is basically setting up one line, and this one maybe we call it item, and this one we will break it to petition info, right? We have completely different parameters, so I think all this thing needs to be redone, unfortunately, but we basically have all strings, so it should be fairly easy to... We have an ID. I mean, the ID, yes, the ID we need to keep. The ID is the most important piece here, so let me disconnect everything and just connect the ID here. Can I do it? I think it's... yeah. Now here this character ID will be called petition ID. Okay. And then we need to set all the other elements, like the assigned GM is this txt GM assigned here. We need to assign the... I mean, if we can do it in this right sequence would be nice, so that we get a more reasonable flow of lines. So the first thing that we need to do is petition. Okay. So this one will be the first one. Then status will be the second one. Then GM. Then escalation. No, escalation in this particular screen we don't have. Player we don't have. We have the created date, yes. Then we have, well, resolution. Resolution actually gets appended to the petition text, right? So get appended to the petition text. Does it get appended also? I think so. Also here, right? Yeah, I think it's the same thing. Yeah, why not? I think we can append it there as well. So let's do an append of petition and resolution. So we take petition, we do append, and at the end we attach resolution. And those two we send into petition. The combination of those two we send into petition. Okay. Then status. The lines here starting to be a bit annoying, but I will try to make it better as much as I can. Online, we don't use it in this screen. But the created date, yes. And TXT points, what is this? This doesn't exist anymore, yeah. So it's much simpler than it was in the previous screen, but public node, private nodes, all of that, we don't care. We just have an ID. I don't know why we do all this crazy filtering through, but okay. Okay, so I think here we are setting all we need. I think here we are setting all we need. We are setting all we need. And I was just thinking if I need to do anything else. No, I think here we are doing the setup of one line. So this I think is good. Let me see just what other functions we have. We have a mouse button down, which is on the image to select the particular item. Okay, and that's good. We have the call to the dispatcher with myself as member selected. Okay, which is nice. We have this private node, public node, which were old and we don't need it, and guild level we don't need it, and points we don't need it. And then we have the dispatcher, which is taking just one parameter, which is let's say item selected, which is a WD petition item. Okay, perfect. I don't like it. Sometimes when you change the dispatcher name, it does this. Like it doesn't recognize that you changed the parameter, and so you just need to, you know, put the node again. And in fact, now it says item selected. So there is a bit of a bug in refreshing when you change a member name. Okay, I think this is good. So we did the petition item, we did the header, and we did this. Now we have a highlight line. We will just take the color and yes, change the opacity. So this one is good. Now what else? So we did this too. Now in our window, so in our win petition. Right? We need to start changing a few things. In particular, we need to start changing the header. So let's just keep that on. We need to change the header to be... Can I change it? No, I need to retype it. Okay, header and item. Okay. Now let's try to make this window a bit similar to the original one. So we need to have this thing at the top. I don't know what is it. This button obviously we don't need. Just thinking for the buttons if we should use the same style or we want to have a different style. But I think it's okay. Here we have an overlay. We have an overlay with our image, and it is a grid, right? We need to decide. So this thing will be the buttons grid, I think. Select spell. All this can go. But you know, this one I think we can just delete it. We need only this one we can delete. This one why we don't have an horizontal box here? I think it's easier, no? For the buttons. So we can remove this grid. Stop fade. No, it looks a bit weird, but it will look okay. Huh? Image background. I only have an issue that it seems that there is an overlay, which I think is this one. I think this one I need to destroy because it's just messing up with me. And do we need anything on the right? No, on the right we don't need anything. So actually this wall part, you know, can be deleted. We don't need it. We don't need any of this. These were, I don't know exactly what they were, but they were different images of the whole time. So this one we can just rename it to Scrollbox Petitions, and I guess we want to have anyway a header line. So we want to have a text at the top. I don't know. Again, I don't want to make it perfect because we will then need to have a pass of improving the UI. I mean, in terms of quality. in terms of graphics, and so all this will have to be changed and improved. And for now, I'm putting in the functionality, and then we will fix it. So why my grid panel is not taking the wall space? It's like if there is because there is an image here. There is stuff that is set at position 1. Row 1, row 2, okay, that's good. I think it will expand. No, I want it to be here, but I want this thing to expand for the full size. Why is not expanding to the full size? Yeah, it's based on the content. So unless I put a specific so this thing will scale to the right with the content, I guess. Which is a bit annoying. But, at the moment it's taking the maximum size that we have set in the petition header and in the petition box. So if we change those two somehow, so if we say that the image background is a specific size, right, then I think it will then I assume it will image size. Why image size? Yeah, exactly. So based on the so if I change this now, I'm pretty sure that the other window became bigger. Yes, you see. So it's taking the maximum size of the item contains into it, which makes sense. Makes sense. Manage petitions. Hey guys, if you have any question on what I'm doing, or if you have any question on Unreal Engine in general, or if you just want to share what you are doing with Unreal Engine, go on. I'm streaming exactly to have some interaction from you guys. Okay. So, I think this window like this is okay. Now at the bottom, what do we need? We need an additional box, which I guess will be again another horizontal box, which is the one that we use for the petition text. Okay? So I think we can put just the normal text here in the middle. This one will be I want it to be, yes, here exactly. And this one will go to row number 2, and this one will go to row number 3, and this one will use my font, and we'll say petition. Oops, I messed up. Okay, text block, text petition. I didn't want to type it there, I wanted to type it actually here. And we just say petition text, whatever, petition content or petition, petition something. Then after this, yeah, I think we can have an horizontal box, or not. No, I think we can have just a text block. Just a text block. In this case, is an editable text block. So it's an editable text multi-line, yes, but we also want it scrollable, so I think we need to put it inside scrollable box. I never remember if he does it automatically, the multi-line, or if you need to tell him to do it. I mean, if you need to put him inside the scroll box to be able to scroll. Let me just check how we did the edit book. Red book. So it's similar to this one. Edit title, edit right book. No, we didn't put in the scroll box, so he's doing it already by himself, I guess. We just need to enable scroll somehow, or I think he's doing it just by itself. I think it was a setting to show the scroll bars or something there. Yeah, but it's this one anyway. It's this one, so it's similar to this one. I think we have nothing special apart the rubber text, clearance and selection, wrapping policy, default wrapping, blah 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 blah. No, I think it's fine. I think it should be just a multi-line editable text. I think it's already considering the whatever you type. Now, one issue I have is that I would like to have this as a fixed size though. Can I decide that this one is a fixed size? Or I need to put it image size? Why is it saying image size? I have the margin. Transform. You see this one add a slot, add a sides, because it was actually a slot inside a canvas panel. While here we are inside an overlay, so maybe I need to put that into a canvas panel. Let me see if I can. Can I put a canvas panel here? Yes, it seems I can, which is not bad. Now if I put my multi-line inside the canvas panel, Now I can decide the size. Okay. Which is pretty cool. So I will have my sides to be, I would say, the full size that we have here. So 700. And the vertical, I think I want to leave, I don't know, 4 or 5 lines. So we can say, I don't know, 250, or is too much? Wow, 250 is that much? What do you mean? Yeah, 250 is that much. Okay. So I think 60 or 70 or 80 is enough. Wow, this music. Okay, so we have our petition text will be printed here. Now we can choose maybe the standard font in this case. I think printing everything as a plain shift font will make things a bit annoying. So I think we leave it like this. And then we need to have our 3 buttons: delete, new, and save. Right? Delete, new, and save. So instead of this guy will be delete. Why delete is the first button, by the way? I think the first button should be save or new. New, save, delete. So this will be our button new. So we will have new, save, and delete. And delete. So this window now looks pretty much like the window that we had. I mean, apart from the skin, obviously, apart from the skin, but it looks pretty much identical to this one, right, in terms of functionality. So we have our gem, our status, the date and petition, and this will be the petition text. We have a space for, I mean, I'm assuming that the player doesn't have a lot of petition open, so I think we can make this one a bit bigger actually to describe the petition better, but I mean, I'm not expecting him to have 1 million petition open, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think it's good. I think it's good. Now, it doesn't compile yet. Doesn't compile yet because obviously the underlying code is the one that we copied from the other window, and this is not gonna fly at all. So, by the way, this was a leftover also in the spell window, I guess. So we will need to have, yes, few events. The first event is the construct event, where we will request the list of petitions. So similarly to what we do on the spells window. This is one of the benefits of copying those windows, you know, that we have already all the parameters there. So, and this will just request, and this obviously we need to do it. Then we will have receive List of spells. So it is in case something changed. Now I don't know if this one will stay the same. We have to think about it. We have to see. Open a search window. This will be create a new petition. And I don't think we need a dispatcher here. I think this dispatcher we can remove. I don't think we need it. Let me just see what is failing at the moment. Well, what is failing is that there are a few things here that are not. Okay, so let's change this function to receive petitions, and let's start to see if the logic flows or not. Obviously here it doesn't, so here we need to create a new WD header for our petition and then add it as a child, so this is okay. Then for each of the petition that we received, we need to create a WD petition item, and we need to call into that obviously here we will receive a structure which we will call petitions and will be of type petition info, right? And we will pass in I think I need to redo the for each because otherwise it will never work. So I will redo the for each loop, and I don't know if I can disconnect it. No, you see it keeps network spell structure. So I think that for each has been created that way and stays that way, so we need to recreate the node, right, to actually make it work. And this would be a petition item, yes, and here we will have our setup, right? We should have a setup inside the window, this window. Yes, we actually have a setup which is the same as this one, right? And then we need to pass in the item that we have received, and then we added this to the list of windows. Okay. Then here we need to bind to the selection. Yes, we need to bind to the selection. So we will have to bind to petition. Why I cannot how did I call the dispatcher? There should be, in our item there should be a petition dispatcher, this one. So I should be able to bind to this petition dispatcher. Exactly. I don't know why I didn't like it. I mean, it didn't see it in context, but I think it's fine. What? Delegate ref by? I don't get it. Delegate by ref. I mean, it's the same thing. Okay. I will add a new event and see. Okay, it works with a new event. I don't know why it doesn't like to connect to this one. Probably because the parameters are different. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. He is right as usual. So so here basically we are managing the part of the code where we have the selection of, we are selecting one petition in the window. Okay, so we are clicking on this item and we want this item to get highlighted and also to send to our main window the fact that he has been selected. Right? So we are sending back this kind of information. So this custom event, we can call it petition selected. Petition selected, and or petition has been clicked. Has been clicked. I think it makes more sense. So now we want to set the current petition. So we'll say selected petition. We will change it to a petition info. Yes. Change variable type, don't worry. And we set it to this. No, wait a second. There's something that broke here. Why is not as the same? Why is not the same? Win spellbook. Let me open it again. What is the difference? The difference is that here I'm getting this information. And this information is actually a spell info. Okay, is a spell info because this one was actually, so it's a spell info, spell entry. The dispatcher of spell entry is passing a network spell. Okay, so it's passing the spell directly, which I think is probably better, by the way. Unless I need somehow the reference to the father. No, but I can keep this reference. I just need to get inside my petition item the actual petition item. This guy. Petition item, which is of type petition struct, whatever, and yeah, the first thing that we will do is set that. Okay, now it is cleaner. So we have the petition item directly coming out of this. So this one will not work, unfortunately, so I need to delete it. But I can create it again, and assuming that it is compiled, yes, it is compiled, I should be able to do an event and now see my no. What did I do wrong? I didn't change the dispatcher. I I didn't change the dispatcher. Yeah, I didn't change the dispatcher. That's fine. PS petition info. Okay, let me just see if when we call the dispatcher. Exactly. No, but wait. Wait 1 second. I decided to have this dispatcher use the petition. Use the WD petition item because I prefer to have the item sent, which then contains the petition. Okay, so the dispatcher should send me here, okay, my freaking thing with my item. Yes, exactly. It was correct. I just confused myself. And then here we can do get petition item, which is inside of this. Okay. Then what we want to do, we want to set the selected petition to this. As a first thing, and then what I was doing, I was basically taking, yes, but this one we don't need. This one we don't need. We just need to know which is the petition that we selected. So all of this we don't care. All this part down here we don't care. I mean, it was done for the other window, but not for this one. So, why is complaining? Ah, yes. I need to take this. Okay. So now we will like it. Okay. Good. So now this window knows which petition has been selected. So that's basically the purpose of what I did. Okay. So the Windows knows that we selected a specific item in the petition list, and it's setting it in the window as the currently selected, so that we can then go by ID and call all our functions, all our functions related to that. Okay. I think we're making progress. We're making progress for sure. So create a new petition. Well, here we will have to implement it. So let me say that this is not something we need to do. This is probably the same. So what we will need, we will probably need this, yes, but then we will have to call, something in our Planeship player controller to send back this one. I think we don't need. Okay, so okay, good. If anyone here is new to the stream and you are an Unreal Engine developer, let me know maybe which project you're working on, or if you are interested in Unreal for a specific reason, or I mean, what motivates you to watch an Unreal stream, Unreal development stream. Okay, so this thing is done. Now we could actually open up the window and can work on the first population. I mean, populating the window with the list of petitions. Maybe this is what we can do, right? Because this is what we are gonna request. So we need a request function in our player controller, which in this case is under magic and combat. Here we are speaking about petitions, so maybe we can put it inside GM window. Seems to be a good place. It's not too busy. We can have an area here dedicated to petitions, and yeah, we can do this. So we can have a new event which will be called request petition list. Okay. On PC, I think we can do it the same way. Request petition list on PC. This one, I don't think it needs any parameters because it's just a request for a. It's just a request for the full list. So, and this one I think can already be executed on server, yes. And then we need a function in our PlaneShift controller, right? Okay, so this one will be run on server and reliable. And now I need to create the function in C++, which we're gonna call to get that thing, right? And this will be called request petition list without on PC. So if I go in my PlaneShift player controller now, I need to find a good place to a good section. Let's say bodies and group. I don't know. Petition is just an administrative function, so I think if we have anything related to game masters, we can put it there. We have a guild, audio, action, location, item, NPC. No, we don't have anything. Well, we can create a new area, but we should have it because these functions that are here should be. Wait, I went a bit too far now. This one. Like request map action location, for example, there should be a request map action location, but it is inside action location. Okay, there is a chapter dedicated to that. Okay, let's create a new one. Okay, we create a new one which is called GM commands or GM actions. And just because I try to keep the function somehow organized now. Maybe not perfectly organized, but so this would be a blueprint callable. Category will be PSGM and will be called as we said. Put it far away. Request petition list, right? And it will have no parameters. Now this one will have to be implemented. And we put it wherever at the bottom. And it will look like this, and we will do something very similar to that. So we will get our pawn and get char full name, and then here we will have to call the actual function that is getting the list of petition. Now, which one is the function that gets the list of petition? I think is the get petition array or something like that, but I think we need to search it better in the old code for 1 second and see. Get petition array. You see there is a gm handle petition actually, which is handling all the commands like petition cancel, petition close, petition assign. Do we want to do it the same way? I think we can. I think why not? I don't know if I have a gm handle petition in Unreal Code, but I can see. Yes, we have it, but it's all commented out, obviously. I think we can keep this. So we have to go to the bathroom 1 second. I will be back very, very soon. Be right back. 1 second. How are you guys and girls? So we are. So just to recap what we are doing, okay? Because maybe you are lost into the process, and sometimes I am as well. What we are doing is to convert our old petition system, which was done in the previous game, to Unreal, and we analyzed a bit the system, how it works, even if we created it, but you know, I never know. And based on that, you can see here all the screenshots that are part of that system and what we need to do. So there is a kind of a action list, okay, of stuff that we need to do, like a to-do list. and at the moment we are on item number 1, so it's create the main player petition window. Okay? Actually, we also did a bit of work, I mean not much, but we did a bit of work here, a bit of work here, and a bit of work here. Okay, so we're actually working a bit transversally on these items. But this is what we are doing. This is what we are doing. So I think we can use this gem and petition. I just would like to convert this to be an actual enumeration also for Unreal, so that we can use this as a message, right? I'm eating some nuts. So the only problem is that we need to be sure that all the parameters that we are using are actually passed to it. Because our original message was having, so all we do, our original message, which is the one that we commented out, which was unfortunately it's not here anyway. I see. PS petition message, right? PS petition message. Current document now. Okay, let me try here. No. I deleted it. I think I didn't, but okay, maybe I did. So basically every message that was sent client to server or server to client about petitions was using kind of the same structure. And the structure was a collection of petitions. If the particular operation was a success or not, the type of message, which is one of those, and if it's a game, the message that, so the message type, which is this, the error, and if it's a gem or not. So if we want to replicate this structure, I think we can, or we can specialize each message. I think considering we already have the code, I mean, why not use the same logic, you know, because the code is already expecting this. But this means that our get gem handle petition in reality should have much more. Should have a TRA of FPS petitions. Now I don't know if this is valid also Server to client to server or server to client. Let me check what it's doing when it does close petition. If it's using the same array, I think it is. Petition ID? What do you mean petition ID? Message.id. There's no ID here. No, I don't get it. Let me double check again now. Petition. There are two different ones. Okay. There is a petition request message, which is one thing, and then there is a petition message. There it is. Okay. Okay, I think we can have the same too. So the client to server will be this one. So it only needs to have these 4 parameters. So in my request I will have the client, I don't understand the CS string request though. Why string? String. Oh my god. Okay, because it's passing in a string, but in reality is the enumeration. I don't know why it's passing in a string, but this cancel, you say this cancel, close, assign, deassign. So we can pass in the enumeration directly. Okay. So this will be request, and this will be of type. Now this one we need to create. We need to create a valid enumeration. We need to create a valid enumeration for Unreal of that thing. So we will call it e-petition request. E-petition request type. E-petition request type is a bit too long, or I think it's okay. And then we need to convert this thing to be this. So we just need. I don't remember if I can specify the number as well. But I wanted to specify the number in the. No. I cannot. Maybe I can. So I think I just need to add this U meta thing. Right? To all of them. Okay, and the visual of it will be identical to the actual value. Okay, so this is all our functionality. I just don't know if I can do it with the number. I don't remember, but I need to close the editor 1 second because I want to recompile and get my new enumeration clean. I mean, at the end, when you get the hang of it, I mean, it's not that complex. At the beginning, you know, when you have to merge old code with Unreal, and maybe you have your enumerations, your messages, your structures and stuff, is a bit complex to understand about it. But then when you start to do it a few times, basically the patterns that you are using are pretty much always the same. So are always the same patterns, right? They are not that different from each other. I think that tonight I have to go a bit earlier. I will go in a few minutes, I think. But I think we set the base for what we need to do, right? I think we understand exactly what we have to do, and we started to create the windows. So I think in 1 or 2 sessions we should be done, and then we will have finally also the petitions in, which is I think another good piece. I think one day we need to start to check, you know, all the commands. Like I think I need someone maybe from the GM team to just launch the Unreal Engine version and start to type in every single command. Sorry, I left it. And it will take a bit of time, I guess, because how is description used? I don't know. It's a string anyway. For now, let's keep it as a string and we will see. Okay, so this is the new signature of this method. GM handle petition. I mean, handle GM and what was the name? GM handle petition. Why is not here? Because M gets before the E. Because it's uppercase? Okay, I guess. I don't know. It's a bit weird that it gets before that, but And then I guess that our GM handle petition is calling, for example, GM list petitions, eh? Actually not. Actually it's not calling this one. So who is calling this then? Ah, there is another message above it. There is another message above it. But yeah, but I think it's fine. So the entry level is this one, eh? The entry level is this one. So from our Planeship player controller, actually what we need to call this method, okay? Need to call this method, which by default will have, I mean, I don't know why I have the client at the end, but the client should be at the beginning, because all the other parameters may be optional actually. End of petition message. End of petition message. Let me move the character at the beginning. Let me change this to to a petition request. Description and ID. I think description and ID can be empty, but still I think I need to put them into my call here. I think we will change this thing to be just request petition command or something like that, or request petition message, or request petition command. I don't know, we can call it message, but basically this will not just request, you know, the list, but this will be used for everything. So we will have one function only, which I think is kind of more powerful as well, which will need to have, at least for the request, it will need to have these parameters, and you will need to have these parameters, and then these parameters will be sent to our admin manager, right? Our admin manager, end of petition message, which is the one that is handling game master or player messages, and this one will have then the same parameters. The same parameters here, and I just need to change this. Place your play controller base.h. Yes, this one becomes a full method. This one becomes a full method to handle all the messages that are coming. Okay. I think it is not bad. I think it's a better way. I like this way better. I mean, it's not exactly how we did in the other areas of the code, because with Unreal I tend to create a single RPC call for each of the messages that we are sending client to server. But in this case, it's so compact, you know, and it's already written. The code is already written to decode the information that is coming from the client with those particular, you know, list of events that is too handy, you know, and so we will just do it this way. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay, we stop singing. I promise. Just compiling, just waiting the compilation to finish. Ah, failed, huh? Ah, failed, huh? Okay. It's okay. I think you just need all these parameters. Which are, by the way, the same parameters. So we are just passing through this structure of parameters. We are keeping them the same, like it was in the original code. In the original code, it was like a structure. So we had a message. It was basically a structure. Cannot access protected member declared in a. Oh my god! There was another one calling this. There was another one. Holy moly! Cannot believe it. And the petition message was the top one. And the petition message was the top of the structure. Now, why you are saying that is protected? Is actually protected also here. Yes, the reason is that makes sense, because in the old code this was coming through a subscription through this class. Now here in a real code, so we need to make it public. Basically, there is no chance. By the way, all these messages we should make it public. Well, these two. GM GUI. I think this one we are not using anymore anyway. This GM GUI message. No, in fact. Well, maybe we use it in the future, but I think we will ditch it, because it's only two calls, so we will do two functions and we'll be happy. But anyway, let's move them both to public. Let movement both to public. And let's recompile. More code for us. Let me see if there is a pile of code. There is the pile of code picture. It's pretty good, by the way. I like it. There is the pile of code. It's not really a pile, but because pile takes pile, you know. Ton of code. No. A lot of code. Ah, look at this. Ah, look at this. Look at this wind with this full screens of code. Look. It's pretty much like mine, by the way. It's not. I can just take a screenshot of this. No? Let's recompiling, boys. We are changing header file, so it's taking a lot of time to recompile. Do. Piles of code. Tons and tons of code. You made more? It's impossible that you wrote more code than me, considering that you are younger than me. And I've been programming the whole time. So you can only catch up if I die. So your mission should be to kill me. Why is not giving me the freaking parsing file? Look at this, parsing file in solution. Come on, parsing file. It's a freaking enumeration, which is declared in the same class. Come on. Yeah, you can take a screenshot, yeah. Sure, no problem. Come on, parsing file in solution. No, it's not in the same, it's actually here. But anyway, it's this, okay? So, query... Is it not the same one? Fuck. It's not the same. Request type, query. Holy shit. I mean, it's list, no? Query is list. Why we called it query? Is list, 100% is list. This one is cancel, because it was a string before, but now is an enumeration. Change. Do we have change? We have change. Easy. Easy, boys. You will be done soon. Okay. You can write a program that writes code for you, and maybe you can win. He has to write code very, very fast. Yeah, you are only young, I know, but yeah, you can catch up for sure. But when you will become older, you will not like to write code anymore too much, I think. I mean, depends, but. One succeeded, boys. One succeeded. So the changes that we did to the structure are actually fine, and they are in. So we have the structure in, and we have the okay. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yeah, you can write code that writes other code, which is basically the future, when we will be replaced by machines, which will happen anyway. So, which will happen anyway. So now, I think I can launch my editor. Yeah, I can launch my editor. Everything looks more epic with this music in the background, huh? Everything sounds more epic and important. Why I always click on cancel on that button, which is exactly the one that I want to click on open, because it's reopening all the windows I had opened last time. I don't know why I click on cancel the whole time. But in theory I should not. So we are searching. We are searching what? The guild petition, the win petition. Win petition, yeah. We are making axe for CSGO. Yeah. I don't think the axes have a lot of code though. I think the axes are acting pretty, you know, punctually. I mean, pretty vertically on some functions, and that's it. I don't think it's a lot of code. Should not be. Why my face has those eyes? My face for a second was standing still with like big eyes like this, like ah. I don't know why. You know that when Valorant came out, they were like premium cheats, you know, and the premium cheats were sold with a kind of a subscription mode. So you had to buy the cheat every week, and it was like $24 per week. I know because I went to check, because there was a problem with some potential cheaters, but the game was just out, and I was like, what the fuck, there are cheaters already. And so I wanted to check, and they were selling premium cheats for like $20 a week. I don't know really, in a subscription mode. So crazy, so freaking crazy. Now my webcam again is going crazy. You saw that? Yeah. Did you play Valorant? It was pretty good. No, I didn't. I know they added a new new character, a new hero. But I didn't play it. I played up to Reina, or Reina in Spanish. But I didn't play after that. I was liking the game anyway. It was kind of fun. Okay, this is our beast. Okay, so this is our freaking beast, which now has all the possible parameters that we need. Yeah, I think it's like this, you know? It's already done. It's only this. It's only this. Okay, so this one will ask the petition to the server, and I think it's as good as it is, as good as you see it. So I think it's exactly like that. So simply like this, very simple. And what else is going on here? Okay, very simple. And this one will then call the function we just created, and we'll do we'll go through this code, which is this one. We'll enter here, we'll check if it's a game master or not. In this case it's not, and we'll go through list petitions, and now we need to implement this part. Okay, which is pretty, should be fairly easy. So it's creating an array of petitions, yes, and then is grabbing from the database all the petitions that are there, and then okay, then here is the thing, you know. So here we need to send back to our client the petition message. So now petition message, should we use the same technique? You know what, we will use the same technique. We will use the same technique. So we will create a function which is basically including them all, which I think is much easier. I think it's much easier. So this will be a blueprint implementable event, and it will be called receive petition message, right? Receive petition message. Now the petition message has to be created everyone uses blueprint. You use Bolt. Who is Bolt? Bolt is another game, no? Bolt is what is Bolt? Bolt is a character of another game, I think. No? So these are the parameters that we need in our function that goes back to the client. Okay? And those parameters include a TRA of petitions, Bolt is like a blueprint but in Unity. Okay. But didn't you switch to Unreal the last time? So why you are back in Unity now? You should decide your engine, otherwise you will never finish it. You should stay in Unreal, I tell you. Stay in Unreal is the best choice. You have no doubts. Yeah, but I answered to you and you didn't listen. When you said that, I said to you that you have to lower the settings. There are settings in the... If you go here in the editor, in the main viewport, and you go under settings, the default setting is all epic. So is like insane quality, and by default they do this, you know. But you should lower the settings so that it runs. With Unreal they make mobile games, you know. So Unreal runs on a mobile, and also in not a too new mobile. So you can make mobile games. It scales very well. So the fact that it was not performing well was because you had all the settings to maximum, which is unfortunately the default. Now, if you turn it all to low, it should run. I mean, it should really run. Or your map is made in a weird way, or it should really run. I mean, in terms of processing power, is the Unity or Unreal is the same. It's not the engine that makes the difference. It's your GPU. So it's your video card. So there is nothing, you know, special about Unity or about Unreal that are making it going slower or faster on a level like the level that you have. Now, if you're speaking about, I don't know, a fully ray traced with million shaders, whatever, then okay, the engine will make the difference because the way they implement that, or the way they call the objects, or the way, you know, so there will be differences, but for a very simple level it should run fine. If it was running at 10 FPS, I think it was maybe because it was still compiling shaders in the background, and so when the engine is compiling shaders, it's super slow, like it's unusable. Yeah, maybe it was compiling shaders. I mean, you need to know the engine a bit, but okay, our received petition message will be this one. But anyway, Unity is good as well. Huh? Unity, you can use Unity. The problem is a bit the scalability of Unity. I think is getting more and more behind. You know, so every year is behind Unreal more and more and more and more. It takes 5 minutes to load one item. I don't know, it seems very weird. I don't know what kind of problem. Maybe it was the material. I mean, it should run fine. It should be the same. It should be the same. Maybe you finish the memory. One thing that could be is that you know, the editor anyway is using some good memory. Maybe if you on your laptop, how many gig of RAM you have on your laptop? Because maybe, you know, you don't have enough RAM, and if you were starting to swap for whatever reason to disk, then GG is done. So my Unreal editor is taking it's taking 2 gig. I mean 1 gig and 6. I mean, not even too much, but let's say when you have a map, maybe it's 2 giga. So, but at the moment I'm using 17 gig of memory. I mean, I have a bunch of stuff open, but I think with 8 giga, it's so to develop. I think you need if you really want to develop, you need a bit more memory, or anyway you need a desktop, because paying the memory on the laptop is a lot of money. Okay, so we have the receive petition message, which is now the one we are gonna send back, right? And this one is the message that we have to create here. So now it should be fairly easy, because we need to get our client. No, wait. We need to get come on, one call they can copy. There are 1 million of those calls, no? Look at this. Yeah, you need more giga. More giga in your life. And this PC is actually pretty old. I think if I will buy it new, I'll probably take it with 64 giga, but I think 32 is good, eh? Even 16, I think even 16. But 16 you are a bit at the limit, because sometimes you need to launch 2 clients, you know, so you need to have the database, the server, and maybe 2 clients plus Visual Studio and debug mode. And I think 8 you are at the real limit. I mean, I think maybe an issue. So 16 I think is okay. 16 I think you can manage if you don't have a bunch of stuff open like I have. But I don't have a lot at the end. But for example, I have OpenOffice, I have the database viewer, I have 2 Visual Studio because I need the old and the new code, Discord, 2 browsers, this freaking lion and this freaking tiger. Finish a game in only 242 live streams. Well, it depends on the game. You can do some games very quick in like 2 streams. Depends which game it is. Finish it. You have to say finish an MMO. Finish an MMO in less than 242 streams. Then yeah, then maybe. Okay, so we go receive petition message. And here you see that now the structure is very similar because he has the petitions, right? He has, which by the way cannot be passed this way, he has to be passed normally, okay. The petitions, he has the success or not, which I think is this boolean. Why is not in the same sequence though? That is a bit annoying. It's not in the same sequence because I would like to just copy paste this and put it here, you know. Why I cannot do that? Did I change the order myself or bool success, petitions, message type, and bool is GM. Now here I have to be careful, because if I do it wrong I will make my life hard. So is petition, error message, succeed. So I have to do I have to use the same sequence, okay? So that we can just copy paste. So I need the error message before the success, basically. Error message, success, type, okay, and GM, okay. So like this, I should be able to just copy paste. So I take this thing, you know, and I put it here. Now I think I'm missing probably one parameter, or no? I'm not missing one parameter, no. Can I have the, no, too complex, huh? To have the list of variables. Okay, anyway, petition list is easy, is our request type. Right? So this should be equivalent to this old code. I don't know what he wants. I don't know why he's so annoying. Receive petition message. No, up to, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we missed one. So gem by default is off. Right? By default, gem is false. So we can pass false, and that's it. Okay. Easy. Okay, and the same thing we need to do here. So I will do exactly the same. And then I will just use null. I don't think I can. I don't think I can pass a null pointer to no, in fact I need to pass an empty array, which is this one. Oh my god, when I do this it becomes crazy immediately. Okay. Okay, so this should be compatible with this, right? So I think this is the thing. So this is the way to do it. Now we will have to do it a million times, but no, not a million times. One for every message. One for every message. Okay. I think that's good. Boys, I think I'm going to bed because it's actually late. It's actually late, but we did good progress. We made a bit of good progress. So we designed this window. Okay, so it's not functional, but we designed it. So I think that we can flag the design off at least. And we worked a bit on this. Now we didn't finish it, but we worked a bit on this. And we worked a bit on this. And a lot of the underlying code. So we are basically building the foundation that will allow us to then do all those things in this list. Okay. I think in 1 or 2 sessions we can do it. I think we can. So I think we will have petitions. So today is Thursday. I think we will have petition done by Saturday, hopefully, if all goes well. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I will appreciate if you can click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube in case you didn't yet. That will be very nice, so the next time I'm live you will know it. And also I would like to tell you that we have a Patreon site in case you want to contribute to the game and our development and support us morally and also financially. And by the way, we have a goal of reaching 30 Patreons. I hope we can do it. We have 24 now, which is a very good number. I really thank all the people that are now in the Patreon program. But yeah, if we can reach 30, would be very, very nice. And yeah, with that said, I think I will go. So thanks for watching, and see you soon. I think I will stream again tomorrow. I'm trying to keep a good rhythm so that we actually make a good progress. See you, boys. Bye bye.